Ladies and gentlemen, it has been
It's been
a
wonderful.
wonderful,
We started this and
wonderful 1 year. So here we are back in the studio
again.
back in the saddle. At the time of this recording, the Western Conference Finals featuring the Stars are underway.
Stars
Dallas
are bright.
Stars. Dallas. Oh, you're not going to join me on that?
No, we don't
Man.
have that kind of cheer.
Don't have
For
that
the
there in
Colorado
Colorado
Avalanche.
land, do we?
No.
Man, what a great episode last week.
You like that?
Yeah, struggling with the sports and really hearing about your losing season.
A little bit more than just that. I just don't
Sure.
understand why I act so juvenile these days.
To be fair,
when it
so
has to do with
one,
sports.
that was a great episode. Thank you for doing that.
Glad
Sorry
to do
I was
so.
out of town. Sorry, I was out of town. I agree with you, though. I screamed the other night at the Stars game when they won, and I scared my family.
Did you? Was it late? Were they in bed?
It was we were all watching it, and it was an overtime victory. It's when they clinched the second round. But when I saw all three of my family members give me a look of fear, it was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be this
Who is this
passionate about that.
gentleman?
I literally scared them
Yeah.
out of happy screams.
Now, are you the kind that will go to a live sporting event and cheer loudly, or be the person standing up, maybe even berating the referee, or getting into a fight in the stands? You've gotten into a fight in the stands.
I've almost gotten in a fight in the stands. Okay. So couple stories on that you're asking.
I did not expect this.
So-
This is gold.
I definitely get into it. It kind of depends on maybe how intense the game is. If it's a playoff game, something like that. Have I painted my face, and my hair and gone
Your
crazy?
face painter.
I've done all that. The worst thing I ever did, it was my first road game for the Rangers. So when I lived in California, I went to an Anaheim Angels versus a Texas Rangers game.
Okay.
So it's the first time I was ever on a road game. And I was like, I wonder if this is going to feel kind of weird. And something came over me. It felt like me against the stadium. Okay.
You were going to protect your Rangers.
I mean,
against Anaheim.
it felt like my team is on the field. I'm with them, like as the lone person in the stands. And I felt more passionate about my team than I did like in any home game. So then this is when they were crazy about they had like a rally monkey. Do you remember anything
I remember
about this?
Rally Monkey.
Okay. So the game went back and forth. It was super competitive. They gave out that night like a Angels poster. It might have been Vladimir.
Okay. Little
A
Guerrero.
big poster of him. And so it went back and forth, 8th inning, 9th inning. The section was giving me kind of trash talk. I might have been talking some trash back when the Rangers kept going up and then the Angels would go up. It went to extra innings. So it went to the top of the 10th, and then we hit a home run. And I was with my girlfriend at the time. This is a really, really embarrassing part of the story. So I was so pumped. I stood up on my chair. This is on the third base side. And I picked up the poster they gave out and I ripped it up in front of the section. And I said, "You're done." I was like, "You're you're finished." It was kind of like that. I screamed that. She looked at me like, "What are you doing?" And then my next thought was like, "Okay, now we're going to the bottom of the 10th. We have to win. If the Angels come back, I'm going to be like,
Right.
I'm going to be demolished." So
They might tear you up.
So the Rangers won. But during the bottom of the 10th, there were about 2 outs left. The security came down and they took me and my girlfriend out. And they actually said it wasn't because I tore up the poster. They said, like for my safety. They're like, we have to.
There were plans being made, and
I think so.
people looking at you.
Now,
daggers.
and for the record, boys and girls at home, should I have torn up the poster and screamed at the top of my lungs? I don't know. It's debatable.
It's just you versus a whole stadium,
Yeah,
right?
it's just me
A whole
versus
section at least.
30,000 people.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, I kind of
Boom. Roasted.
felt that way
Yeah.
towards the Angels that time. That's a long story.
You're a brave man. No, that
Yep.
yeah, braver or something.
I don't know if that's bravery. I
Yeah.
think that's kind of probably not the
Well, I wasn't expecting any kind of story about you.
Oh, wow.
Having a fight
Yeah.
or near
Yeah,
fight.
I'll get into stuff. I
or-
get a little
yeah.
competitive sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. You have a competitive spirit to you.
I do. I remember being at a Stars Avs game at the American Airlines Center, and
Were we at the same game?
I don't know if we were at the same game, but this one Colorado won, and I was wearing
Colorado won. What was it, a playoff game?
It wasn't a playoff game. This was
okay.
regular season, just standing up.
Yeah.
I think one of the Colorado Avs players had won a fight, and I was there with a very big Stars fan, and so we were having some fun. And I stood up and
punched him.
Well, no, but pointed in his face.
Oh,
kind of take that.
Yeah,
but
you said like, can you deal with that kind of a thing?
Can you deal with that?
Pretty much. Pretty much. If I had any idea what was coming for me as far as these the playoffs,
man,
I might have rethought that. But
well, we won't talk about sports the whole time today. What are we going to cover today? What are you what you thinking?
I'm thinking that we might.
What you feeling? What you feeling? DJ Spin It. Are we doing a bag? No, we're not doing a bag.
We're not doing a bag at all.
We're doing something else, ladies and gentlemen. It has been.
It's been
a
1
wonderful.
Year since we started this.
A wonderful
and
wonderful 1 year.
Yes.
Celebration.
What are we gonna do?
You're feeling strong, my friend.
Oh, that's loud. We're feeling strong.
Yes.
We are on the right track. We are 1 year in to our Not Quite show.
This girl is on fire.
Yeah. 1 year in. Can you believe it has been 1 year since we started Not Quite There?
It has flown by.
Yes.
I can't believe it's been 1 year.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm happy that we are still doing this.
Yeah, we are. Like a banshee.
And why don't we do it for another year?
Let's keep going. So let's remind people out there. So why did we even start this podcast to begin with? You go first.
Mike, you and I were sitting there having a manly meal over salads. I think it was a salad place where you kind of get to build your own salad.
Yeah.
And
very manly place.
Very manly
There's
place.
protein. Protein is available.
I think we
at
were
this
the
place.
only two males in that place.
Oh, there was another man there.
Okay, maybe one or
Yeah.
something. But
They
anyway.
have. By the way, they have protein at this salad place.
They have protein.
so you can get meat.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
We'll put some meat on the salad.
Yep.
So we had meat salads. Okay.
Yeah, meat salads.
Yeah, but I remember us talking about, we like blogging. We like talking about certain topics. We certainly never had a problem in that area of holding a conversation with each other. Do you have any interest in doing a podcast?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you did. That's what you said. You said, yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, I also have an interest in doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Why don't we do a podcast?
Let's do it.
And, we kind of decided at that point, we're going to at least pursue it.
When I think the idea was, hey, you know what? We haven't arrived. We're not super guys, super Christians. Like, no, not perfect. In fact,
we're not impressive at all.
No. Very regular. No, but
regular Joes.
I think over the years, we've connected like a lot of people connect over, honestly, their weaknesses. You find some commonality and then you go like, well, how do you get better? And what do you do? And then you learn from each other. You encourage each other, just like any community, if they're honest or really good friends. So then I think the idea was just like, okay, what if basically we are having a coffee or a manly salad and someone's sitting there with us having a conversation? I don't know. It just kind of felt like, I think we could kind of do a podcast like that. I think that could be maybe attractive to people. So it's not always a put together, you got to be perfect. You can never make a mistake. No one, that's not real life.
No.
When people talk about
No,
that.
it's not.
No.
Didn't want any part of that. And
Yeah. So what do you think 1 year in? I'm putting you on the spot. So what is something that has, I'll try to answer all these questions too. What is something that has surprised you?
Something that surprised me is how much I look forward to doing this each week.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a job or a have to, or, we're trying to get somewhere with it. It is a natural extension of what I think, who I think I am. And I'm just glad to have you on the other side of it, just to share this time with and talk like we normally would. To get together, talk about things that are going on. We do a lot of talking beforehand, even afterward.
Mhm.
And this is just what we're capturing in between.
He's the best.
It is the
Love
best.
Even with
I
sound
do-
effects.
I do.
You're-
More sound effects.
Oh,
the
you,
better.
you want.
Get that corn out of my face.
Yes, I want.
I
that.
have slapped corn out of your face before. So
Yeah, well, expect some slapped out of your
it
face.
was a
at some point,
wonderful,
too.
wonderful moment.
Yeah.
I thought.
What about you? Let me ask you.
I think I've been surprised how fast the time has gone.
For sure.
I've been surprised that it feels it's felt easy, like not pressure. It's felt natural. Maybe let's put it that way. And then I think we have found, I don't know, at least these days or right now, like a good medium for something like this. It's hard to type this up. It's hard to kind of film it, in my opinion, like on video. Just being able to have a conversation. And yes, there's microphones and there's things like that, but it doesn't feel weird. And then I've really enjoyed getting to know guests and learning new things. And it's been a really enjoyable thing. And you and I have talked about this, and it's just as long as we're honest, we're transparent, we're having fun doing it. I mean, we've said we're going to keep going. And if the day comes that changes, then whatever, that changes.
Yeah, I don't think we have a destination in mind here.
Yeah.
And I think that's the premise of what we call this, right?
Yeah.
We're not quite there. We don't plan on being there this side of heaven. That just remains.
Yep.
About while we're on this journey, why not
Yeah.
talk about some of the mile markers that we're hitting.
We should celebrate along the way too. What? Okay, so now opposite question. What's something that's been a struggle over the past year doing this?
Man, the struggle, I would say, kidney stones. that was around this time last year when we started. I would say that was
Kidney stone.
that was not fun.
I remember.
Trying to figure that out.
Wow, I forgot about that. Yeah,
I wanted to have a character called Stone Cold Kidney Stone.
Yes.
Or I'm beating your
Yes.
urethra.
Yes.
I'll be there.
We have gotten interesting feedback on, let's just say, characters along the way.
We
over the
have
past year
some-
where some people love it, some people don't, and you know what? That's okay.
We're not going to be that thing for everybody.
No.
And I don't know if we want to be, but
No.
we try some things on.
Yep.
Some things don't fit.
Yep.
Um,
Oh man, that's funny. Let's see. For me, I bet mine's more probably when we first started on the tech and the producing and editing side of things.
you like that?
I like it, but a struggle was we've had some early on moments where we'd record an entire episode and then lose the entire thing.
I felt for you in that.
Oh, that's deflating. That's the worst. So that was
No.
that was definitely some challenging times where now we have like a backup and a backup and a backup just in case.
Did we record one up here at the studio and then at home? I think I got a call from you saying we didn't get it.
We didn't get it. And that night we recorded it
hopped
again.
on a Zoom.
It was an hour-long
Went through it
episode,
again.
and we did it twice in
Yeah.
one night, which was like, that was kind of like welcome to difficulties of podcasting.
Yeah, but
Yes.
thank you for holding down the fort.
Yeah.
I said fort.
Yeah.
Thanks for holding down the fort
It's a
there.
fort.
Yes.
On the tech side
Yeah.
of things.
It's been fun.
Yeah, and it's definitely taken something from me that I would probably struggle with a lot more.
No, hey, we both have our strengths. You do really great at the content and sometimes the prep, and I get the push buttons, and they're all lit up in these bright colors, so you can't really make.
I was expecting you to
mistakes.
play the crickets there. You're really good at
really strong.
Yeah,
a lot of things.
Some things that
But
I'll think of.
your shoes are on today, and that's
They
what
are.
matters.
They are,
So,
Mike. I'm
thank
going
you.
for more support these
you.
days.
Yep, I understand.
And
that.
also more hygiene, and
Oh,
also try not to be as offensive with sandal smell. So
you did offend multiple guests. That's
Yeah.
why we haven't had a guest.
You
in a
know
while.
what?
So
but I kind
That's
of wanted
good.
to see how they would react,
it's
right?
good. So what else is rolling around in your head for 1 year in? Here we are, legit milestone. What do you want to see? Maybe is there something you want to see over the next year?
Yeah, I'd love to do more interviews.
Yeah.
I'd love to have more people join us here.
You're tired of us just talking?
I'll never be tired of us just.
Oh, buddy, that's so.
I'll never be tired of us just talking. That's probably my favorite drop ever.
Oh,
No, but I've really enjoyed the interviews too.
Yeah.
Just finding out more about the folks, and we're gonna have some of that.
Oh, yeah.
So
we have some great ones coming down the queue.
Yeah.
I've kind of thought, if this makes us stronger as men and helps us grow in our obedience, just talking about it, and even, we've been honest about our struggles and confessions and things like that. In my head, and then definitely interviewing people, if one person, is encouraged or helped in this, that lights a fire under me.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, it's like this girl on fire. That's your favorite song. It's your ringtone.
It's
But it's
how I live my life.
if it reaches seriously one person, and we know it has, and we've gotten feedback from people, that just encourages me, because we're really all in this together.
Yeah.
So there's no doubt that it's going to help people. So I want more people to listen. I would love feedback. It has nothing to do with numbers or anything like that. It's just because I know it can be helpful. It's helpful for us right here in the room. Of course, it's going to be helpful to someone else listening. So
I think so.
I just want to remain transparent and just honest. Bring whatever I can bring to the table with what the Lord's done in my life, and similar to what you bring to the table. And then we just see where the Lord leads with it, and just see where the conversation goes. And that's part of that's the fun part.
I think that's the fun of it, is we don't know what God is going to bring to the table here. And of course, I would love to see some more interaction, just to know how people are being impacted by it. And that's always something that I would, I think you and I would both enjoy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Tell us about it.
Sure.
Or what would you like to hear us talk about next? Or what's something that's on your mind that maybe came from listening to us talk about it. So, that's always something that I think you and I are relational people. And I think anytime that we can reach out and see that happen more. So I'd like to see more of that. It doesn't have to happen, but if it does, I think you and I will be very happy with that.
Do you think sometimes our conversations go out there and then we kind of open the door, so to speak, to the studio, and we just hear?
Maybe, but I'm not
Hello?
discouraged by it.
Hello?
Yeah.
Is anybody listening?
Well, I'm not that much on social media.
Yeah.
Or on grammar, for that. That I said that. I'm not that much on social media.
Not on social media. Yeah.
So part of it is just, hey, Mike, what's going on? Do people?
There's definitely people listening, and we'll hear it in person and stuff like that. So no, that's exciting. So you want to, over the next year, more engagement, more interviews, and that's just, roll with it.
Well, somebody close to me, they do really well on social media, and I would even say they're in influencer range there.
Yeah.
They say, bro, you got to get on. Got to get on video. Bro.
They talk like that, like a surfer.
Maybe.
Do they do that when they're
LSU
doing an influencer video, or like, is that their stage voice? So they're normally like, hey, Chris, what's going on, man? And then they get on social media, be like, hi, Chris, what's going on, bro?
No, I'm actually I'm making up the voice there.
Oh.
But I don't know if videos for us right
I don't know if people want to see your feet.
I don't, and that's,
That's what
I
they
clean
see.
myself up a little bit.
Yeah.
and,
That's actually why over the last year we have not done video.
Yeah.
When Chris picks up his hygiene is when we will start video.
That's
You got to be
when-
camera ready, my friend.
That's when the real, engagement starts happening. I don't know what I was going to say there, but
I tell you one thing, your hair looks terrific.
thank you.
Great head of hair, my friend.
Thank you.
Great, wonderful.
I'm working hard to keep it.
Roasted.
Mike, you don't wear a lot of hats.
That's true.
I don't wear a lot of hats.
What's your point? What's your point, bro?
I think that's helping us keep our hair.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right about that.
Yeah.
We're just young squires.
Just one other thing that I learned about you is that you have an
What's that?
intense, focused,
Yeah, determination. Yep, thank you.
determination and hatred for Cheers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't say for Cheers.
Well,
I
the
said
theme song is
the theme.
Cheers.
Oh yes, the theme song. I hate.
No!
I hate it.
No!
I hate it
I did
so
not realize
much.
that. You know,
So much.
for you, that song
Oh,
means darkness
it's,
and
it's
pain.
it's like this crushing to my soul.
For
theme
me, it was
song.
freedom. For me, it was freedom.
No,
it was.
I'm in handcuffs and I'm in jail, and I mean, I'm getting mad right now just thinking about that song.
Well, when I heard that song, it
Oh.
told me that
Everybody knows your name.
No.
Oh,
Remember, I used to record this show on
Yeah.
a tape recorder
Yeah,
so
that's
that I
true.
could listen to it
I'm sorry.
on a Saturday during the Sabbath.
What episode was that? This was like one of the early episodes.
Yeah. So
like 3 or
whenever
4.
I heard that theme song roll into that beautiful piano music playing, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm getting
one
away
way.
with something here. I
Sure.
can still listen to TV even though I can't watch it on the Sabbath.
Yeah. Beautiful piano.
Yeah.
Ugh, blah.
But I found that out about it. I did not know that about
Yeah.
you. But
I'm
you know,
sorry.
Well, I was thinking about Norm from Cheers.
Oh, well,
Just-
now you're gonna make me feel
Well,
bad.
he just passed away.
He did. He did. What's his real name?
George Wendt.
George Wendt from Cheers did recently pass away in the news.
I hope he was a believer, and I hope
Yeah,
that
me
as
too.
he entered the pearly gates that they greeted him with George.
I really thought you were gonna say with a beer, and I was like, no,
Well,
I don't know if you're walking into.
I think they
bar.
probably have something better than beer.
Yeah,
up in
that's good. That's a good
Everett.
word.
Yeah.
That's a good word. Yes.
So
Norm Widusallee. What else was he on? Did he play like some side characters on some other shows, or was it?
I remember him from SNL mainly.
That's right.
He was the super fan.
Yes, the Bears.
Bill Swirsky.
Yeah.
Hey there, Bab.
Was it Chris Farley?
Chris
and him
Farley
and some
was
other
there.
people in there too. Oh yeah, I
He
remember
was.
this now.
And so it was always about the Bears.
I do
and the
miss.
Bulls.
I do miss those.
Yeah.
those Bears skit. The Bears.
But yeah, we're missing out on an opportunity here because with the Pope being from Chicago.
Chicago. We haven't even talked about the Pope.
No, I thought it was going to be
Oh.
Pope Pizza Balla. but
Oh, meet the bala.
it's, what's his name? Pope Leo.
Yep, but doesn't
Pope Leo DiCaprio.
how does that? Isn't his like okay? So if you're the Pope, remind me. It's like my name is Mike, but I could be like Pope Timothy.
Yes, you could be Pope Timothy.
So you just completely change your
Pope
name.
Timmy. Pope
You're,
Timmy.
you're
yeah.
Pope. How do you choose your? So it's like a stage name. You have a Pope name.
It is. You have a Pope name.
Why can't you just use your regular name?
I guess you could, but
Has anyone ever done that?
I'm not very good in Pope history
Oh,
or Pope culture.
brush up on your popes, man.
Yeah.
Read
Trying
some
to.
popes. So you wouldn't be Pope Chris. What would your Pope name be?
I would be Pope Leopold.
Pope Leo?
No, that's already taken, isn't it?
Oh, I really like that meat bala.
Pope.
A Popa Mita Bala.
That'd be
A Popa Pizza.
Pope. Does that be a Pope?
This is going nowhere. This is terrible.
Pope Capicola.
This is
Yeah.
this is a wheels off. We have not been in the studio in a couple weeks.
But what a missed opportunity there, because now with the Pope and the prayers, we don't have George Wendt anymore
No.
to help out in that area. So
Wow. Is that a duck I'm hearing in the
That is
background
a
right now? We're
duck.
talking about the Pope and you have duck sound effects on your
I
phone.
want to thank my daughter for putting a duck ringtone on my phone.
Was she just calling you right now? That's
Uh,
classic.
Well, no, it's just whoever calls.
Oh, okay.
It's a duck ringtone.
You know what? Maybe next time you get a scammer who calls you, we put them live on the podcast and we see how that goes.
Well, see, I like to talk to them like Morgan Freeman.
do you do that?
I have done that before.
So the worst is that probably the worst thing you've done to like a scammer is you just kind of lead them on with Morgan. Have you ever picked up a scammer's phone call and you're like, oh, sure. Yeah. Hey, tell me all about it. And you just put the phone down and leave.
I think the Mark Wahlberg one kind of scares them a little bit. But yeah,
If anyone needs a fun challenge in the midst of your 15 different scam phone calls a day these days, you can always pick it up and sound really interested in whatever there is they're talking about. And you can go,
Tell me
"Please
more."
Tell me
Yeah.
if you don't mind.
Please.
Actually, I would
Sounds
really
like a
love
great
you to
deal.
tell me all about it. And then you put the phone down and just walk away.
it sounds like a great
It's a
deal.
wonderful situation.
Can you tell me one more time about that deal?
Everything all over again. I know you've been talking the last 10 minutes. Just say it again.
Yes.
That would be great. All right. So 1 year in, looking forward to the next year.
Same.
Any parting thoughts for NQT year one?
Parting thoughts.
We want to
for
thank you. We want to
NKT.
thank you, year one.
Year one.
For
No thoughts, but
No.
I want to say thank you.
Mm.
Thank you to you for investing time, effort, personality, all the things, the tech. And then the tech. And then for everybody who has listened and has made this part of their regular routine, appreciate you.
Yes.
Listening.
Yeah.
And hopefully this is, I don't know, encouraged you in some small way.
Yeah.
And thank you for letting us know when it has encouraged you in even a larger way.
Yeah.
And thank you to all of our guests as well.
100%.
For taking time, for being vulnerable here with us, and being able to share that with other folks too.
Yeah, I agree. I do appreciate you, your honesty, your willingness to show up, week in and week out. And it takes a lot of courage, I think, to, for you to be as honest and transparent as you've been. And seriously, I love that whenever we hear from someone and just, I don't know, we're just having conversations. We're just being real. And I appreciate that. And it keeps me honest in so many other ways throughout the week. And so I feel like even I've grown in that over the past year. So just thankful for that. And probably most thankful for the greatest sound clip of year one. Even that laugh right there. Yes. We did it. Year one in the books.
Yes.
Celebration time. Going out.
You're feeling strong, my friend.
Strong.
On the right track.
Oh, you're not going to. You're just going to make me do it? Oh, I thought you were going to do something.
Sorry, I was fixing my hair. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Thanks so much for joining us. Please consider rating and reviewing our podcast and hitting subscribe on whichever platform you prefer. Remember to keep moving forward because we're not quite there.